Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Big City Greens Season 3 Episode 16. This is the first half and it's called Pen Pals. And sorry, I'm just, I'm like, sorry, I'm kind of stuttering. Just, today was kind of a lot, a lot of stuff happened today, so I'm just kind of, and if you wonder why I'm wearing this type of button-down shirt, I mentioned before in a previous review that it was gonna be like an event going on, so you had to dress nice and stuff like that, and like a lot of family showed up, and yeah, it was a good time, but also like a lot to process also, especially since I haven't seen that side of the family in like a long time. So it was nice to see them again. But yeah. So sorry if I'm starting a little bit just processing stuff. But anyway, sorry about that. So yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing the first half of episode 16. It's called Pen Pals, and obviously the first half I have a clip. Second half is called Study Abroad. I don't have a clip for that, which is a shame because I'm not gonna spoil anything. But there's a part where Remy is basically telling a story. I won't say to who and what the story's about, but it just gets so out of the it gets it. What do I want to say? Excuse me. Oh, here's the word I'm looking for. Unbelievable. He just talks about doing all these amazing things, and I'm like, oh my god, that would be perfect to show to you guys, but I don't have the clip available, so it's nothing much I can do. But so that would have been cool if they would have showed both halves, but you know. But yeah, so and this is pretty cool. It's around 11 o'clock right now. Hopefully, I don't want to rush through this by any means, but hopefully I could at least get the first half of episode 16 before midnight. So and that should be pretty good, because that's usually my goal to at least get an episode before midnight, because I think I'd like to get reviews done the day I actually wanted to get it done. Technically, because midnight's technically the next day. But anyway, yeah, so was there anything else I want to talk about before I begin? We get Tilly here writing in her notebook. Talk about the shirt. Oh, right. I reached 189 subscribers again, so hooray. So my goal is to reach 190 before the beginning of August, or by the end of July. Hopefully I reach 190. So again, thank you so much who subscribed to my channel, who got to 189 subscribers. My 189th subscriber, really, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys, my new subscribers, my original subscribers, my current subscribers, my original viewers, my current viewers, and viewers just come on and off the channel, and even my subscribers that's come on and off the channel. I really appreciate you guys so much, just coming by the channel anyway. So yeah, just keep subscribing, keep sharing my videos and stuff, and see what people think. And yeah, so yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the episode. And is this where we start with the episode? This clip right here? I think so. So we have Tilly here, and we see her in her bedroom again. And this is actually pretty cool because I don't think we ever really seen her bedroom. I think the last time we saw her bedroom was when she actually first got it, I think. So since this is a Tilly episode, it's pretty cool that we actually came back here. I love that. So we have Tilly, and she's just clicking her pen, and she's writing oh, my dearest Andromeda. And it's pretty cool that we got a Tilly and Andromeda episode. And I think they're not my favorites, but we barely get any. So when it's oh cool, it's Tilly and Andromeda again, I'm really excited. So she's oh hi, it's been a while since we talked to each other, and it's pretty cool. We get to see their adventures. I guess they went to like a uh, I don't know, like an arcade type place. So I'm like, when did they go to that? Was it like Andromeda's birthday? No way, it would have been Tilly's birthday because Tilly's one of our main characters. We would have celebrated her birthday, right? Especially if she's supposed like to turn 13 soon. So this couldn't be her 13th birthday. She would have gotten like a little bit taller, right? So maybe it's Andromeda's? You missed Andromeda's birthday? Or maybe they're just fooling around. They just went to an arcade or something. That's probably it. I'm probably overthinking it. But, yeah, so, here's something interesting. Tilly says they only been in the country for 1 week. That's interesting. And she's talking about like, oh, it's pretty, it's nice being back in the country, being back with my family and my roots. But there's one thing that the country doesn't have, and that's you. I miss you. And we have Tilly narrating, and she's walking down the steps, and it's pretty cool that we have Cricket and Remy, playing that. I forgot what it was called, but it's a game that Cricket and Hector used to play, and it would have been nice if Lupita would have been with them because they were like becoming like a new trio. But I guess that's supposed to be only like a one-time thing. It would have been nice if she was there to give her like more of a character, instead of just the girl who lives in the, I don't want to say the dump, but in the metal lot. Like, but whatever. But actually, I understand Lupita not being there because I think this is supposed to represent the reason why Tilly wanted a best friend in the first place is because her friend actually was Cricket. But Cricket actually made a best friend of his own in Remy in the very first episode of the very first season in the whole series. Cricket met Remy. Also, Tilly met him also, but it was mainly Cricket met Remy, and they became friends and they hit it off. And in season 1, it was like first half season 1, second half season 1, I forget. I think it was like around like the middle, I think. Tilly met Andromeda because he wanted to hang out. I mean, she wanted to hang out with Cricket, but Cricket was hanging out with Remy. She wanted to be like a third wheel, so she met Andromeda. And they didn't become like instant friends, but they became friendly with each other. So that's pretty cool that we actually have to see Tilly get a little sad when she's looking at, well, not really sad, but kind of looking at Cricket and Remy, saying that it's happening again, kind of. So Tilly's narrating to herself, narrating to Andromeda, and she's walking. She has this water, and she's like, "I know someone who can help us, during our problem that we missed each other, like someone wise and that can totally help us." I'm gonna play this right here.
Advice from the wisest creature of them all. Oh, ancient Mr. Oak Tree, please enjoy this gift of filtered water from the house. I admit, this isn't a selfless visit. I come seeking something.
We know what you seek, Tilly. You.
Okay, so I don't want to play too much of a clip. I didn't realize Tilly said as much as she did. I thought it was a little bit shorter, but she's like, oh, I went to one of the wisest creatures of the forest, and and I like how the sun was hitting her, oh, Mr. Oak Tree, I seek your wisdom. Please accept the filtered water from the kitchen. And I like the tree's voice, oh, we know what you seek, Tilly, and you seek gossip, tree gossip, and I'm gonna tell you no, that's not what I wanted. And I don't want to play this clip because it doesn't really matter. But I guess it's supposed to be kind of funny. But it's oh, it's tree gossip. Oh, you wouldn't. Okay, this was a little bit funny of how I said, oh, the magnolia tree got a new haircut. Oh, yeah, because they're tell them about the haircut. And it's yeah, and we want to laugh about it with you. And they're laughing. Hold on a second. Wait. Didn't I show the tree? Okay, here we go. And if you didn't know, magnolia trees, they basically, they look like that. But the trees just assume, oh, magnolia tree wanted to look cool and got a new haircut. And the leaves are falling by the side of his head. I think it's supposed to be a reference to people who get their haircuts with one side of their hair longer than the other. So I think this is supposed to represent that, and you guys are so mean. And I guess this is supposed to also be kind of an older brother, little brother type of picking on, because this tree is much shorter than the other trees. And until he's that's not my question. And he's you all are best friends. How do you guys stay connected with each other? Like, don't you guys miss each other? And I actually wanted to play this because I actually kind of like this device. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, here we go.
To do when one of you moves far away.
Yes. I have a friend like that. We
Oh.
were acorns together, but the wind blew him across the forest. Now, when I miss him, I just send him a few leaves to let him know how I'm doing.
I actually really like that, and this basically gives Tilly the idea of being pen pals with Andromeda and to keep in contact, saying that yeah, I used to be acorn buddies with another acorn, and the wind blew him away, and that's just how life is. How someone moves away, and you have to either move on or stay connected. And and now this is I like it because trees actually do this. Not talk actually, but leaves go to other trees, and they kind of get this I don't want to say feeling, but they feel connected with nature around them. So it's not just the tree in general, but it's also other plants also. It's kind of how pollen goes from one flower to another. It keeps like the flowers connected kind of a way. It's a circle of life of trees. Yeah. So until you gets the idea. So she thanks the tree, and then she goes to work. And and she basically sends a letter to she sends a letter in the mail to Andromeda, and we get to see Andromeda's house again. And Andromeda is like so excited, and like, hey, look, Tilly Green, 1886 Lowell Road, Smalton, Andromeda 4544 East 3rd Street, apartment, big city. So yeah, this shows that Andromeda does live in an apartment. Lowell Road. And Andromeda's excited. I didn't like this. I know Andromeda's weird. That's the whole point. But I don't know. Maybe if I was a kid, I wouldn't have minded this. But now I'm an adult, and I realize how expensive things are, and I pay things with and I realize how different things have different prices, and like it's not only the computers destroyed, the keyboard's destroyed too. I do like the three-dimensionality of the keyboard, like the key pieces. That's nice. But other than that, I don't know. It just upsets me a little bit. I get the stick that Andromeda is supposed to be weird, and she doesn't trust emails, but she says that email stands for evil. Okay, I get it. Like, you can think all you want about emails and the internet. That's fine. That's your own beef. But just don't destroy expensive things. I mean, were her parents okay with this? They couldn't have been okay with this. I don't know. There's something about... Even she left the hammer in there. Like, no. So, how she's basically doing Loch Ness monster sightings. That's pretty funny. She's saying, oh, I actually got a job at the Museum of Cryptozoology, and you would see the Mothman and the local legend Lil Swampy, and just like a bat rapid coming soon. That's pretty funny. Bill Cipher, Illuminati, an expert, the lizard people. And she's just scooting next to this guy. Like, do you want to learn about lizard people? Yes. Like, do you want me to explain them to you in detail? Yeah, sure. I actually kind of like this. How I originally liked this. How Andromeda was basically connecting with people who interest her while Tilly's away. I actually kind of, oh, this is nice. And someone who understands Andromeda. Then she goes to like shake this old man like a crazy person. Did we really need this? Like, I get it, like, being weird and being your own person is it's supposed to represent that it's okay to be your own thing, but this guy was willing to listen to Andromeda without her shaking him. And now look at this poor old man, he's so sad. Like I don't know. I felt that was kind of unnecessary. And this guy, like, you don't work here. Like, stop harassing the customers. And she mentions that to Tilly, like, yeah, I'm technically a volunteer. I'm like, good. You shouldn't be working here if you're gonna do that. It's not respectable. And we have to go, girl. And she's like, "Oh, the Go Girl's cool, right?" And it's "Oh, she represents all of us who feel a little bit different." And then Benny just straight up says, "Like, no, she's weird. She's not like us." What do you mean? Just look at her, and yeah, up close, yeah, she does look freaky. And like, what do you mean? And then Kiki just says it out, just saying, "I don't know. Just I'm just saying how I feel. Gross things are weird, and weird things are gross." And this is kind of poignant for Kiki a little bit in a way of maybe we can get an episode of her like maybe in season 3 if we this season we go back to Big City, or maybe in season 4 if we get more Big City episodes, because maybe we're not going to get a lot in this season. Maybe season 4, maybe we can get an episode with Kiki saying someone thinks that she is weird, because well, Tilly, you might think this horrifying Go Girl might be weird, but maybe people saying that you playing board games is weird, or those Cheeto dust on your hands and you're smushing all on that, especially that shirt. She remember that game night they were having, and she like it was like rubbing off the Cheeto dust on her perfectly clean shirt. Maybe people think that's weird, Kiki. So I think that this could actually be a pointed thing if they actually bring this up, and she actually feels bad, and Drama said, "Hey, hey, like you were mean to me about this, but I'm still gonna stick by you, because no one should feel alone." I think that should be pretty awesome. Will they actually do it? Kiki's not really like a main character, but I think that should be kind of poignant, and also it would show that the grass is green on the other side, saying Kiki actually had a good, because Kiki doesn't really do expressively like weird stuff, but Andromeda does. But now people kind of start noticing Kiki with her flaws, kind of, and it kind of points out to her, and maybe Kiki and Andromeda start hanging out a little bit more. Maybe, who knows? I do like the Bigfoot doing the peace sign. That's nice. I even like the stare listening. That's pretty funny. And they're all like saying like oh like the Go Girl's weird and stuff, and Andromeda keeps yelling like you're banned, and he's like, "You're not banned. You can't ban anyone. Get out." And and Andromeda's like they don't understand. I do feel like what Andromeda feels like a people not understanding. Like, and I automatically assumed it was bad. But Tilly, you get the weird can be awesome. And yeah, I can. Just don't shake people down. And I even love how they have the Slumber Slayer video and the pillow fight, the garlic water. That's pretty funny. And it's cute. And it's like, "Oh, I love you so much," and that's 18 O's and counting in solidarity Andromeda. I like how she does her signature in Andromeda. It looks nice. P.S. My mom signed me up for piano lessons, but she doesn't actually say this. But this is like her. I was actually gonna assume this is her dad. Maybe this is just her piano teacher. Oh, who knows? But she mentions that she has a mom. And in the sleepover episode, did she mention that she has a mom and a dad, or just parents? Now we know specifically she just has a mom, but I need to look back in the episode, that sleepover one, the one with the Slumber Slayer. See, she has a dad also. Because I was saying, oh, this is her dad. Maybe this is just her piano teacher. Who knows? Obviously, she's not doing it right, but she is having a good time. That's nice. Hey, maybe we can do rock band. Does Tilly know how to play the drums? I think there was a short, not in canon, but there was like a short, that's like not canon to the show, that shows that Tilly knows how to play the guitar. So does Tilly know how to play the drums? Has that been addressed before? I mean, it's cool, but has anyone mentioned that? Maybe we can get the goat girl. That's nice. And obviously Tilly's happy. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. I even like the alien stamp. That's pretty cool. A nice touch. And they keep on like writing to each other and stuff. I forget like the stuff they did talk about, but Andromeda says about playing piano, and then Tilly actually mentions. Oh, I remember the next thing. Tilly says, "Oh, I can't believe the atrocity people the discriminating the goat girl, but I actually face like some prejudice of my own, and I didn't really like this." It kind of reminds me of the whole gopher situation. At least she hasn't mentioned about dandelions before, because the whole. I'm not gonna go on my whole shtick about the gopher thing, but if you remember in my previous reviews for a long time ago, I mentioned in the end of season 1 in the finale, Tilly expressed no concern, but she mentions that, yeah, Papa gets rid of the moles, and she seemed to be okay with it. But an episode before that, she was actually digging holes to live with the mole people. So you think, wouldn't she not be okay with this? But in the next episode, well, not the next, after the season 1 finale, she seemed to be okay with it. But then in the season 2 birthday episode for Remy, she has no idea why Bill is hammering the moles. So basically, technically, if you're not a farmer, moles and gophers are pests to vegetable gardens because they want to eat, but they're not allowed to be in the garden. That's the rules. But Tilly just was surprised beyond all belief. But I'm like, Tilly, you're the one who mentioned. You're the one who. Wait, what was the word I'm looking for? You're the one who addressed the audience that the gophers were a problem to Bill in the season 1 finale. Are we just retconning that? Because I hate it. I don't like it when shows retcon things. In movies, I don't like it when they retcon things. Whatever you do and whatever the character says, it sticks. There should be no retconning. There should be. But what was the one? What did I want to say? But hey, that's the whole gopher type of thing, whatever. But here we have a thing about dandelions, and again, just like gophers and moles, they're an invasive species to gardens. Dandelions are weeds to fields. Excuse me. And he's like, I like how Bill with the glasses and the toothpick, hasta la vista weeds, and Tilly was trying to make her. I don't mind Tilly standing up for the garden, but this is kind of stupid. Where Bill tries to explain that weeds are an invasive species. We all need to do our part to protect the garden, and that is 100% accurate. I don't care what anyone else says. That is 100% true. You don't have to destroy them, because Alice had a sword and another person had an axe or something. That's over the top. I agree. You don't need to be mean to the dandelions, because the dandelions are not intentionally trying to ruin the garden. That is just what they do and what they are. Especially since people think dandelions are super adorable. And they are. I agree. But it does not change the fact that they are an invasive species to the garden. And they need to be dealt with. One way or another, they have to be dealt with. That is the rules. If you want to have a good, healthy garden, that's the rules. And then Tilly basically expressed that convinced everyone to rally against Bill, and Bill just gives up. And I'm like, what? And then the winter just freezes them anywhere. So what was the point of saving the dandelions if they were just gonna die anyway? I don't know. Maybe someone that comes, if you can, calmly express to me how I'm wrong or if I'm missing something. Because please, I want to know what's going on, because I did not understand Tilly's plan whatsoever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm taking a point out for that, because I'm like, Tilly, that's ridiculous. They're gonna die in the winter. Why? I don't know. Was Bill acting a little bit over the top? Yes, but he deals with invasive species because he loves the garden. He loves the fields. He doesn't want anything bad to happen to them. And I agree. I wouldn't want my garden to be invaded. No, thank you. What happened next? And basically, they're still writing to each other. But all in all, basically, they keep on writing to each other. But they keep on they slowly come to mind that they're kind of not sure what else to write about. They keep trying to bring up another subject just to keep the letters going, but they're kind of avoiding an important subject. And Andromeda just brings it up, Tilly. She actually brings up something really depressing. How does a city so big, it's a big city, how does a city so big feel so lonely and so empty? Everyone has their friends, everyone has someone to confide in. You were that to me, Tilly. I miss you, and I bet you miss me, and we're not talking about this. What are we gonna do? And while Andromeda's narrating, Tilly's crying over the letter. So Tilly, puts on her sweater. She goes to talk to the ancient tree again. I even like how Tilly has a mad face because Bill is feeding Buttercup. Glad Buttercup's canon, but Tilly still doesn't like her. But she's gonna mind her own business. and just go to the ancient tree. And I actually kind of like this how Tilly's talking to the ancient tree again, and the ancient tree doesn't say anything, but the ancient tree gave his advice for this particular situation of when new, like just communicate in a different way. And it used to work for Tilly and Andromeda, but now it's not. The ancient tree doesn't have any advice, but just because the ancient tree doesn't have any more advice doesn't mean any other forms of nature doesn't. I actually kind of like this because I'm like, they're just gonna go to the ancient tree again. I mean, I guess it's not a bad idea, but what are they gonna say? I actually kind of like this. Tilly, I wish I could play the clip because I don't remember exactly what she said, but she says, "Ancient tree came, came to you for your expert advice. Your advice worked great at the beginning, but it does not change the fact that Andromeda and I are apart and we miss each other. We didn't want to be different, but it is different and we need help. Like, we don't know what to do." And we just hear like the wind blowing. It was beautiful. Wind's blowing. The leaves are like, whistling. And there was a bird. Not like super well designed bird, but it was pretty cute. And there was a bird on the trees. "Oh, hello, friend. Oh, you're lonely like me." And we have this bird whistling to, like, kind of singing to another bird, and there's another bird who's singing to the first bird. And Tilly gets an idea of this could be another way for us to communicate, to show that we are not alone, and there are other ways to communicate with each other. Because the trees are not going to help us, and maybe the birds will. So Tilly just writes another letter. I actually kind of like this because it shows different depth to Andromeda. Andromeda almost didn't get Tilly's letter because she almost like should have just answered, should have looked at Tilly's letter and just get disappointed because we're both, Tilly and I, are running out of ideas to talk about except for the important subject. So she's like, almost kind of scared even. What are we gonna do? Like, are we just gonna talk about the Go Girl? I love the Go Girl, but what are we gonna do? So Andromeda's almost like, maybe I shouldn't answer it. But Andromeda's a true friend. So she's like, I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna see what happens. But I can't be afraid forever. I gotta answer it. So I actually kind of like how she's in perfect key, and she opens it. She gets the mail. She opens it, and I'm glad that Andromeda, playing the piano came back. And when we first saw Andromeda playing the piano, I think this was supposed to be like a couple of weeks ago, in that flashback. So now she's like pretty good at it, like not super good, but pretty good. And I like how they're basically singing to each other by playing the piano, and Tilly's not playing the piano, but she's singing too. And how they're just saying that, oh, we're true friends, and we're not going to forget each other. We're going to be with each other through and through. And all the lizard people might try to stop us, but we'll power through. And we're true friends through and through. And I love that. And we're best friends, me and you. Again, I don't remember the rest of the lyrics, but it was beautiful. And the final thing is that we have Andromeda getting her pencil and Tilly clicking her pen. And that's the end of the episode. Oh, I love that. But no episode is perfect unless I deem it. I'm kidding. There might be a perfect episode, but it's unlikely. So we need to see the flaws of the episode because I noticed them. Okay, let's see. Right. Andromeda breaking the computer and keyboard. I just thought that was too much. Like, I get she's supposed to be weird, but I didn't like it. So okay, so that's the first thing. Next thing would be Tilly with the whole weeds thing because I felt like that had like no impact whatsoever. So that's another thing. Let's see. Oh, Tilly, Andromeda shaking down an old man. I thought that was too much. Like, even an old man was willing to listen to her, which I was like, oh, originally I was like, oh, that's so nice. Then she had to ruin it. Like, I get you're trying to make Andromeda weird, and that's good, but shaking down old men is not a good thing. So no. So that was another thing. Let's see. I felt like there was something else. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, remember, if you're kind of wondering, it was like, probably like an Andromeda stuff I skipped. Before we had Andromeda talking to Tilly about oh, we're missing like an important we're not talking about an important subject, and it's us being actually apart, and like you were actually like kind of alone, and it was just Andromeda, like it was like walking down the city by herself, like, oh, how does a big city feel so small and empty? Before that, Andromeda tried to be like a farmer, like they did this the what was she called? Andromeda urban farmer. So I forgot to mention that part because it was one part that I didn't like, so I kind of mind blanked it. I'm sorry about that. So she's trying to farm her. She's farming in the park. Obviously, hey, you're not supposed to do that, and she just runs away. That's pretty funny. And she's just trying to get these eggs and trying to be like a survivalist, and the pigeons are attacking her. There was a thing where this guy. This is the part I'm talking about. This guy was. I liked how Andromeda was doing flips and stuff. That's pretty cool. But this guy was wearing like a trampoline head, like his head like a trampoline on it. I thought that was really dumb. And his girlfriend is even like, babe, like, why are you wearing that? It's dumb. You never know when anyone in drama like does a flip and crashes on this girl's face. So it kind of proves that he's right, but it's really dumb. Even people on Twitter was talking about how it was dumb. So that's another thing that I'm taking a point out for it because that was just dumb. Um, hmm. Trying to see what else. I'm wondering if I should take a point out for the whole tree gossip thing, but I'm trying to remember. Even though they're ancient trees, I think there's always like some sort of, if they don't call it gossip, there is some sort of thing that happened, like, especially between adults that just talk about things behind other people's back. Because I even remember during like the Andy Griffith show, it shows that people in the barbershop and women at the um excuse me, that the beauty parlors would like talk about different things. I even remember one thing where Andy, Barney, and Floyd and other guys were talking about this manicurist, someone who does fingernails and stuff, and the other girls were kind of they're older girls, and they're kind of like talking about. It's like, oh, the younger girl, like, oh, like, oh, those guys are funny over, and they're like making fun of her. So I'm thinking that any sort of time period, even though these are ancient trees, I think there's some sort of gossip. So I'm not gonna take a point off. I was considering it, but I'm also considering, because we have shows like Golden Girls and Andy Griffith Show. Even in older timelines, gossip was like always a thing. I don't think that it like never just like happened. I think it was like always a thing. At least I think. So yeah. So 80%. I thought this was a great first half an episode. Not 85 like the previous episode. It wasn't B plus material, but it was a solid B. I think it was great. Yeah, I thought it was great. So, yeah, so what do you guys think? Comments below. Did you think this is great? Did you think it was fantastic? Did you just thought it was okay? What do you think? Um, let's see. What did you think of the song? What did you even think about Andromeda kind of being poignant about a big city feeling small and empty? Because I actually was really surprised that she even brought that up. Because yeah, it does happen to some people. So, wait, what do you think? Um, yeah. So, everyone, don't forget to, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you guys later today for the second half of episode 16 called Study Abroad. Yeah, Study Abroad. And that is going to be a Remy episode, and that's going to be pretty cool. Alright, so see you guys later today for that. Oh, and again, once again, thank you so much to my 189th subscriber. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you. Bye.